Hello. Welcome to Where Wendy Creates. And today, my friends, we're taking that 9-batch block and turning it into a disappearing 9-patch block. What do you think of this? Is that not gorgeous? I am really in love with these colors, with this block. And the first thing we did in part 1, my friends, was pick out 7 different fabrics that blend well together. We've chosen the green for the center of our block, and we've chosen the pink with the pink flower, the blue with the blue flower, and the purple with the purple flower to be our fabric choices. We've cut them in 6.5 inch with the fabric strips and sew them together. Sew your strips together. I cut them with the fabric, sew them together in long rows, and then back to the cutting board and cut them into the 6.5 inch strips of 3, making the process so much quicker. Lighting at your sewing table is very important.
We're ironing the seams toward the darker fabric.
So tell me, my friends, you can do this, right? We are using 7 colors. So we're counting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already used that one. 6, 7. Already used that one. We are using 7 colors to put together an incredibly gorgeous, proud to have on my bed, excited to have on my bed quilt, and it is amazing. We are laying it now out. Oh, I'm loving this. Here we have our 9-patch quilt, and we are getting ready to pick it up and slice and dice and change it into our disappearing 9-patch quilt, which there's a few different layouts for. So I'm so excited. We are going to sew these 9 patches together, and we are so excited to have you along. Pick your 7 favorite colors, cut them into width of fabric strips, decide what your 9 pieces are for your block, put your blocks together, sew them, making sure their seams are alternating one another. Watch that they go under the sewing machine correctly. Use pins where needed. Pins work like extra hands, my friends. And then we're going to press and then cut them all up and have some fun. Beautiful. Our quilt is all now laid out, and now we're going to take it 1 block at a time, roughly that 18 by 18 inch, and we're going to take it over to the cutting board and cut them up. And once we do, our 54 by 72 quilt will be a little bit smaller because every seam, you're losing 1/4 inch on that block. So in other words, when you sew 1 block to the next, you're losing 1/2 inch in between each of the blocks. So we may need to add an additional border when we do the disappearing 9-patch. Here we've brought our block over to the table and we've cut it exactly in half and in half. Let us show you how we did it. Okay, so we have a 9-patch. We've sewn 3 across, 3 across, 3 across, put them back together to make a beautiful block. And Sylvia, tell me how you cut these.
Okay, since these end up when they're sewn, they're 6 inches across because we cut them 6.5, remember?
Yes.
Now, we'll take our 6-inch ruler and we'll lay it at the seam all the way down. Make sure it lines
on
up.
the 3-inch.
And 3-inch over is 1/2 6. And we take our cutter and we run it through here and we cut it. But
Now, how do we do that?
we put our...
Use our 2-pound weights. We found 2-pound weights work better than 1-pound weights, and 3-pound, not needed.
And then we cut it here, and I always keep my hand on it as well. It's just a habit, I guess. And then once that is done, we will take our ruler up, and then we're going to put it on this side, right on the line,
On our 3-inch.
and then we'll cut it right over, put our weights back on it. Sometimes weights will move it. You make sure you readjust it, make sure it's exactly the way you want it, and then you cut it again. Now, this is all done. Let's get these out of the way.
And I do want to say something about this, Sylvia. I see that we're using a cutting mat that is 34 inches by 22 inches, and that allows us to have the 3 block, or the 1 quilt block that is a full 6.5 inch times 3 block on there. So that is really a beautiful thing to be able to have an 18 by 18 block on one cutting mat, fully in the center of it, so we can have movement to cut it. So that is the size quilting mat I would definitely recommend. What about you, Sylvia?
Yes, this is my favorite size. I've used smaller and I've used larger, but this actually, for lack of another phrase, feels comfortable.
Now I see here, Sylvia, on the 10-inch line, we do have a strong groove in here. What are some maybe tips on the cutting board, or maybe how long does a cutting board last before you go ahead and upgrade it?
Well, in all honesty, this one needs to be upgraded because of the repeated cutting lines. And the more you repeat on a certain spot, the more it will groove. And for some reason it darkens because it gets the little threads pushed way down into it. Now,
and I also know that you have told me that we are oftentimes, we measure from the 1/2 inch to the 10.5, so we're not on that groove, or vice versa, the 9.5 inch.
Yes.
So we're cutting on different lines, 1/4 inch up, a 1/2 inch down, to not create those lines as often. And this cutting board has gotten this bad because, well, Sylvia, how many quilts do you make a year?
well, this past year I made over 25.
There you go, my friends. So with my probably 10 to 15 quilts as well, this cutting mat has seen probably 30 quilts a year for what, the last 6-7 years.
Yes.
So again, it's a very, very long lasted, beautiful quilting mat. Doesn't have to be a Havel's. We can use others, but the Havel's has done us very well. It's nice and thick, and look, we can turn it upside down and use the other side, and that's probably what we're going to do in the next month or two here.
Pulled them apart to show you, and now we're going to go lay them back down in the other room exactly as you see it, and then we're going to do a little magic with it.
Okay, I'm excited. And what is this called again? This is
originally a 9-patch. Now we're going to turn it into a disappearing 9-patch.
Disappearing 9-patch. So
Correct.
We're going to make a much more complex block out of a very, very simple block.
Okay.
All right, so here is our 9-patch. And this is currently a very oversized throw quilt. So yes, we could use it on a bed, but let's see. Sylvia's going to lay it out just in the 9-patch area. You see we've taken each of these to the cutting mat. We've done that same cut on all of these. So our 9-patch quilt is going to turn into a 9-patch disappearing block quilt. Okay, Sylvia, take it away.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this front corner. I'm going to take this one and turn it around. take the one at the next to it and turn it around. And I'm going to do this to each block as I go. The first block on the color, you put the center corner at the top left or right, whichever way you start, you continue that throughout. And then the second block on the bottom side, you point it to the right. And you do that continually.
Okay, so if I see it's making two green, kind of a diamond patch in the center of each of them as we turn them.
Correct. That is correct.
And this is a disappearing 9 patch.
Yes, because if someone didn't know, they would never know. You started very simple with just some squares.
So we started with 9 squares. We actually did 3 strips of 3 different blocks and sewed them together. But now it looks like we have 4 pieces in every block individually. Wow, yeah, it is, that is amazing, Sylvia. And so simple.
Now's when the hard part comes in.
Okay.
I go to the other side of the quilt and try to remember how I did this side.
Okay. And that really breaks up the colors, blends them in, and almost, I don't know what you would call this, like an 8 on sides. This is almost like an infinity block on the sides, on the catty corner.
And there you have it.
All right, my friends. So here we go. We have the disappearing 9 patch quilt that all we have to do is sew together. And remember, we always want to have a border on the side, because the less seams we have on the side, the less issues we have with any seams being pulled, torqued, or otherwise coming a different distance apart. So this is really, really stunning. And thanks for joining us. And make sure you hit subscribe, because in part 3, my friends, we are having some more fun and finishing this quilt.